Greetings, comrades! Welcome to the Eastern Border in our very special episode here. We are in the beginning of our journey of all the VAZ, Soviet Auto Enthusiast Rally? Drive? I don't know, exhibition. Something of a museum sort here. We are in Sigulda, one of the more beautiful places around here in Latvia. This is the beginning of our journey, which I shall be documenting. It's about 12 p.m. I guess it's just high noon. And right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cars, but more will join us in the evening, and I am going to go quickly and show you what's what. This here is an orange Zhiguli. It looks amazing, and just think about this. They've really tried it with like the addition there. It's like Scooby-Doo stuff on it. It's very neat. All the people are doing their best there. Looks pretty great, and I'm really amazed to be here. I'll try to document this as much as I can, try to zoom on it. Here are all the people who are working on this. This is a camping site. We start off from here. It's in the Gāja National Park. And we're going to move to VAZ, where everyone's going to get dressed in the Soviet outfits. This is the official press car, the one I'm driving in, Oka. We have all sorts of Zhiguli and Okas and everything. Oh, and I see that some people have already dressed up. Look at this, it's just amazing. More of this is going to come in the evening, guys, but everyone's just having a good time, and we're preparing to start all our road trip. I like that all of these cars are in pristine condition and they're painted very well. That's our river Gāja over there behind the corner. I have like limited amount of battery life for this thing. People come here with kids and their families. It's kind of this national hobby for these Soviet car enthusiasts over here in this part. We shall have some decent interviews. We will have adventures. We will have people dressing up as Soviets, and you know, this is a very much a family trip over here. That person over there in the white shirt, we're gonna take a small look at him, speaking on the phone. His name's Viesturs, you know him, he's my half-brother. Well, this is our second stop here. We have increased the numbers. Everyone's basically getting dressed now to go around and participate in the big walk, because there's going to be a huge parade of these things. People are preparing. I kind of feel alone there. I'm gonna be smoking my own Astra cigs here. Yeah, we even got this kind of a wonder, guys. It's just amazing. It's like the best stuff ever. And like this car is like really small, but people are seriously taking this Soviet era heavy machinery and just driving all this time. And this is just not even going to be it. As far as I know, these are about only a half of the cars who join up later. It's kind of a cool new thing in these parts too. And just make sure that your car looks as nice and fancy, and you kind of have to get dressed up. I'll be filming throughout the whole parade, of course, and then hopefully we'll have something fun. We are sleeping here. We're going to be staying here overnight this night, because our journey is going to continue tomorrow morning. And what's happening is that this used to be an old sort of a countryside house for local German nobility at that era. This was kind of the Baron's palace, together with all the other buildings around here which were used for the community. This was one of the nice this was sort of the local villa garden. Over there, somewhere there, are the stables. I should try to zoom in there. Those are the stables. That was kind of the tavern, because you know, around these places these were built. And this is the palace itself now. Zooming out. So the Germans used to live in such things. Well, of course it's renovated now, but especially like the tower up there. And now it's county council. And we're over there with like our, by now I guess 30 in total, but it's like about half was expected. 30 Zhiguli and Okas and everything, and this was where the servants used to live. I think this is just a regular house now, it's not very renovated. And that's a bit prettier building over there.
Здравствуйте, товарищи! Не умею я долгие тосты говорить, скажу просто, ну, за понимание.
Guys, if any one of you have been in a LARP, this is like taking it to a whole new level with Crystal Zydrais.
Crystal clear vodka.
Crystal clear vodka. Price without the bottle itself, 2.95 rubles. And here we're on the road now. It's amazing.
Here I am on the road again.
And people are just, you know, greeting us everywhere. And hello, people. Hello, other cars. Hello, terrible noise in the car. I'm in the back of the cargo car, which I just showed you. And we're driving to that parade. And I'm filming the whole thing. I am totally not sure how much of my utterly illegal activities and crazy driving through the streets in broken pants while I was totally illegally in the back of a car of this old green truck. I don't know how much did you hear about this, but I'm here. My pants are ruined, and that's kind of fine. And I'm filming all the old Soviet cars, and there's going to be speeches, there's going to be discussions. After my crazy illegal activities, driving in the back of a van, everyone's basically cosplaying Soviet things now. There's going to be a parade, and I feel just awesome. These are not just VAZ, these are all sorts of old Soviet cars and a bunch of people. There's the veteran. Those are crazy press car, but honestly, oh, and those are Latvian cops. Turns out it is utterly and completely illegal to drive in the back of a truck. Let's go take some fun look at the engine here. Wow. This just looks amazing. And now there's going to be this act of sort of Soviet speech of like the kolkhoz leader is going to go there, and it's going to be like they're going to speak about how they've done the plan and everything. And then there's going to be this parade. Ooh. Look at this. This is a fancy Mitsubishi car. You are being filmed by Gatis right now, the dude who repaired the Oka car, and he's my cameraman, and I present you the cigarettes Astra. And the time has finally come for me to smoke one of these. They are made in 1981 in the Riga tobacco factory. They cost 25 kopecks at the time, that's 1/4 of a ruble. I have a full pack, one of them has been donated, I have another fuller pack. But they don't look very, you know, nice at this time. But, you know, here we go. Very dry, I would say. They have no filter, mind you. I guess people in 1981 didn't think they had filters. They have this nice thing Astra on them. Okay. They are interesting, at the least. They're very, very strong, because they're without a filter, and I don't know how much nicotine is in these things. Like, it's nowhere to set on the package. I'm gonna check. Nope. There is literally nothing said about how strong are these. I do believe they're tough. Now, once you get used to them, they're pretty okay. They taste a bit sweet by this point. like, I don't know, like a cigarello or something. I think this would be compatible to a cigarello. They technically said they're made in 81. They don't have any expiration date. Oh. But they're, frankly speaking, not as bad. The things I do for you. You'll be able to buy a pack of these in an auction which I'm going to make. Because what else I'm going to do with the whole pack of these, and I'll be sending some of these out for fellow listeners as well. Also, I don't promote smoking, I use snus normally, but hey. Day one of this crazy journey, folks. And yeah, this is our local press dude. This is my cameraman, Gatis. Gatis, say hi to camera.
Hello.
Viesturs. Then Viesturs. We are the press crew, I suppose. Oh my! Oh wow! This is the camera. It's original Zenith with a film and everything. We should kind of probably move stuff. So we're in our Oka car. I'm in the back now because we have a new driver. I'm a bit squeezed at this point, but we will solve the logistical
comrades!
We shall solve the logistical issues a bit later.
I'm learning how to drive as we speak.
Well, this is an Oka car, and we're driving. This is kind of the parade.
It's a different kind of driving.
It's a different kind of driving, and well, we have cows on here and squeezed behind everything between beer and megaphone and.
By the way, what's the fuel consumption of this car?
Yeah, let's speak about some technical details. Maybe someone will care.
Well, we get it that it's tiny, absolutely tiny.
Yeah, I'm really squeezed in here, but
it's like a sports car, only a bit slower.
What's
Much slower.
how many liters is the kind of the volume of the engine?
0.65.
What?
It's like 10% of an American car.
It's like this engine is like really tiny.
Acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour.
Takes about a minute.
Officially it's 32 seconds.
Oh yeah.
We're driving in the finest Soviet product imaginable by mankind. By the way, this thing shows my hands are shaking, but I guess that's pretty normal.
It's called shaky cam.
It's called shaky cam. If everything goes well, we will possibly make a found footage horror movie out of this. Live in the countryside. Oh boy.
I'm scared to upshift from the second gear because otherwise we might lose power.
We would definitely lose power.
I'm still not sure, you know,
Can this thing drift?
I wouldn't want to know that. Though there are people there, like, you know, greeting us and filming us too. I do have to say that by this, the visibility on this road on this hot summer day is
abysmal.
There is some visibility. So we're in our first stop. Excellent, comrade, excellent.
Make it open.
Opening the window.
The submarine needs some fresh
A
air.
good shit.
Excellent. Whew.
Like, if we could ride with open doors, it'd be much better.
Well, hello again there. We are at an the airfield. Over there, as you can see, somewhere there in that direction, there they give an authentic Soviet kind of grub, I suppose. And over there, well, my crew is grabbing some gnomes for me, which is kind of given. And I'm sorry for the shaky cam again. And basically, right now there's going to be some trick driving things, which I'm going to try to film at least one car.
Tātad Mairis ir finišējis. Citā gadījumā viņš saņemtu pirmo vietu, bet šoreiz viņš būs tikai tiesnesis.
And I honestly hope that you can see what's going on there. Okay guys, just for you another one. Viestor, say hi.
Hey.
I'm gonna try to capture this Zhiguli.
Cop car.
Oh yeah, this is the cop car. These guys have an actual old militia car there, and they're driving this track now. The first one's kind of more of an agility thing. This is a time trial race where there are like many obstacles instead of the slalom thingy. Woo! Excellent! And okay, another, oh my, this has stuff on its back. Dude! And they're doing this on a time trial. Okay. This is Arnis here, the one with the Scooby-Doo thing on behind. And I managed to get inside of one of the cars doing this race thing. Greetings, comrades! Welcome to the day 2 of our road trip. We are going from VAZ to Celia through our only tunnel in Latvia, but right now we are taking a break in Madona, and you can now see like all of the cars, and that's the one I was sitting on when I was doing things. And here we are, all of this. Oh, nice. This is the Podmobile. This is the one which we're sitting in making podcasts. And the line goes on up until there. Again, sorry for the shaky cam. Today's going to be a bit more boring, I suppose, because we're basically just driving a lot. But, you know, at the end we're going to go to this tank museum. Tank and other Soviet military technologies. There's going to be a real IS-2 tank and a T-34, or so I have been promised. Okay, now we are at the Pļaviņu HES hydroelectro station, which is one of the three kind of big power stations here in Latvia. We're driving in our Oka, the three of us. Viesturs is in front of that Oka. We're driving just in front of this Žiguli and in front of that Žiguli.
We have a race car configuration behind us.
We have a race car configuration behind us, and from this side, like all the power station stuff looks really cool. And apparently, you know, there's a dam in front of us, and this place kind of has the only tunnel in Latvia. And it's weird because I have never ever been here. The problem is that I do have to state that this is going to be the last video from today because my battery life is miserable.
But look at the view.
Yeah, but that's my pal. He's going to be. He is a lawyer. And they're like,
we'll go, baby.
Beep beep. We have just been reminded that we need to beep for people. Beep for people.
Not for people in the tunnel.
Oh yeah, in the tunnel, everyone's gonna be beeping their horns like really loud. As far as I get it, it's supposedly cool. But like, it's the first time I'm in a hydroelectrical station and driving under it.
They're honking already.
Everyone's telling you already. Yeah, we're gonna drive like underdog or what?
No, we're going to drive under Doggo's motor.
This is a bit miserable, if I have to say.
Oh well.
Well, this tiny little thing is the only tunnel in Latvia. I thought it'd be more impressive. Still, it's pretty. So guys, hello there. This is the end of day 2. That's the lake over there. We are at like our final rest stop with all the cars and all the tents. And here are some things that I'd like to show you. Yeah, first off, we had a can contest. Viestur shall now demonstrate.
The most beautiful jerry cans in the world.
And look at this. It's a mini bar. And that's amazing. See, people really tried for this because this happens like for the 6th year. And this is just a nice flowery can.
By the way, where's the power station one? Oh, there's one.
Wait. Now we have this nice ton of flowers. We have a boot that can be used too, and the anti-smoking one. And we have a can that basically provides internet for people and light. Basically, it can be turned into a power station here, which is now providing free Wi-Fi for all the camp.
Yes, 4G. That's not all.
Which is just amazing. And if you guys want to make something of this like when you're out, then this is something that you should be trying for. Also, first aid kit on the left there. Okay, moving on. One other thing I wanted to show you. We are being extremely near to the Lithuanian border. And this is one of the biggest lakes in the region, and there you can see how there you can, like some smaller parts, but basically this is how we spend our nights over here in this fine trip, as it's a road trip and a summer car fest. Especially with these all cool tents. You know what? This is where we're gonna sleep. Hi guys, hello. We are in the Svente villa over here in kind of the border of Belarus, Lithuania and Latvia, here in this fancy place. And what's this? The War collection. So I'm going to be taking you to a small tour here. I'm going to do my best. This is a BTR-40, the standard armored personnel carrier of the Soviet forces. But it's like the boring part. Well, everything's awesome here, but I'll be showing you things. We're here with all the group. This is NSU Kettengrad 1944. I think we can just point at it in English. You can see what this is. Like all the armored things and everything. And it's like really hard not to get like super excited in this spot here. It's amazing. Just look at that. This is ISU-100, a tank destroyer. And this is amazing. A bit stunned. Oh, here's some stuff behind the glass. Oh, some American stuff even. This is Dodge 3/4, which is amazing. This is the Kampfpanzer 510-5s, which is a German vehicle. We have some kids who obviously, for some reason, do not enjoy tanks. Which is this Horde 8, but oh hi there. But we're going to be taking a good deep look at all these awesome vehicles of destruction. This is a BRDM-1. It's an armored amphibious scouting vehicle used by the Soviet Army, and yeah, here we come at one of the greatest things out there. T-3485. in all of its glory. Hey, turns out you can see inside as well. Oh, by the way, these are all in working condition. Well, the guns are. You can't shoot from them. But the guns are here. Artillery pieces here as well. And what we have here is ISU 152, another advanced model of all this great Soviet military stuff. Also, I'm very sorry, I am extremely tired by this point. This has been day 3 of road tripping, and it's kind of very hard to do these things, but this is the awesome thing. This is the 57mm anti-tank cannon VAZ 2. But I want to get to this thing. Because oh boy, I already know what this thing is. And that thing, which I'm going to take a special caution, is very relevant to our current series. This was the tank from the late Soviet era. This is the IS-2, or Joseph Stalin II. A battle tank of the Soviet Union, really the most advanced model after the war. Like this super large, it has like this super large cannon and everything. And really, I've been to like Britain, and I've seen some smaller tanks there in the Imperial War Museum, but this just stuns me. This ginormous thing was basically there to crush all capitalist opposition to everything else, and just wow. I'm actually pretty bad by doing live commenting here. I just want to go from the backside and maybe film some stuff there. But yeah, if you will ever visit Latvia, I solemnly swear to take you to this place, which is quite far outside of Riga, but we have been taking loops and circles and doing things here. So it took me some time. I'm still marveling about all these crazy military vehicles. I guess this is the best shot we could have of the mighty Joseph Stalin II. And I mean, seeing these things in person is truly impressive. They are enormous vehicles of war, and they're quite big, bigger than expected. And what is this exactly? This here thing is BDR 60PB. Basically, this is an armored personnel carrier with a small tiny machine gun on top. But yeah, everything here pales in comparison to the mighty Joseph Stalin. As they should, because true men of steel need proper vehicles armed against them. These two are tank destroyers. Well, except that one, which is the T-80, but you can see these IS-2 things, which are essentially tank destroyers which fired high velocity shells. By the way, T-34-85, which is like the main, kind of a bit upgraded version of the more famous, just simply T-34, main Soviet battle tank of World War II, sloped armor, and yeah, but the gun is kind of tiny in comparison to that thing. But in general, this is the upgraded model. This is where our road trip ends. I presume that this is also the final thing in day 3. I really saved up my battery for this. I have about like 4 minutes left here. You can film everywhere inside of these wonderful things. You can also just, everyone just takes pictures. Final 4 minutes of battery life, guys. We're driving home. Got this. Viesturs and we're less packed than before.